Good afternoon and welcome to the Cloud Native Coffee Hour. My name is Dan McCracken and I'm here with my good friend, Dan Makita. Say hello, Dan.
Hello, everyone. Good to be back. We tried to start doing these regularly and then we got busy again, so we stopped. And you know what? I know consistency is key for an audience, but I think we do this more just for ourselves at this point. So I think that's okay. When we have something to talk about, we do this.
Exactly. Yeah, it's definitely as much for us as it is for you. I hope you guys get a lot out of it. And today we have we have a very fun lineup of topics that we're going to talk about. And maybe we can get a raise of hands in the stream as people shuffle in. Other people who may be attending KubeCon North America in Salt Lake City next week. That is going to be the main topic of our stream today. Dan and I are going to be attending. And hey, and I see Jablan is back. Hello. We will be attending, and today we're going to talk about the schedule because we haven't Makita's done a ton of work looking at the schedule of other fun events, some extracurricular activities, and today we're going to talk about what topics look interesting to us, and I don't know what doesn't, and not everything is geared toward us. It's a pretty wide range of topics that they cover, I think. So we'll take a look at that and see where we go from there. Sound good?
Sounds great. Yeah. So when I was gonna schedule some time with McCracken to go over the schedule because we want to have a plan. I was like, you know what, this would be good content for a stream, I think, because we have to do it anyways, and other people might be interested. So Here we are. The other thing that I want to say too before we dig in is I'm finding it interesting each time we go to KubeCon where I'm at in my career or what we're working on at the time. It changes how I approach what I'm interested in seeing, kind of, Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm excited to see where that leads.
Well, and that's 100% correct because there's so many topics. There's so many tools that you could be an expert in, and that could be like your only thing for a while. Like when we were implementing Rook. Rook was like our life for 3 months. Like Rook, and everything was just persistent volumes, and you can go so deep, and then you can get so deep as to contribute back and build Helm charts for things. And I think totally it's right. It's the correct thing is to surf the landscape and to kind of bop around as needed, as different customers need things or as they become super interesting.
I think I guess just to set the tone for our viewers, because I already told you this, but to set the tone for our viewers, where I'm at personally, still very much invested in the cloud native ecosystem, very much a Kubernetes, aficionado, whatever you want to call it, evangelist is another word. But we've been heads down growing our business for several years, since 2019 basically. But the more we're doing it, the bigger we get, the more my mind is on like, hey, what is the business value we're trying to provide our clients, and what technologies would make the most sense. And also when we go, I'm really interested in the networking aspect, because the more we get into business, the more I'm aware of how important networking is, basically. So I want to meet as many people as we can, have as many conversations as we can. So like Dan said, what I have spent time on is looking at all the after parties, and I mean that's where a lot of the magic happens, is the after parties, and there's a lot of them. So I was parsing through those, figuring out which ones we wanted to attend of that. So that's my background. That's how I'm going to be approaching looking at the different talks.
Yeah, and I'm definitely of the same flavor of, what looks interesting to me nowadays. I'm definitely going to be looking for some of the AI bits because I need to learn more there, as a developer or as a implementer. As a user, we've been using different patterns and different tools, but I really am interested to see what people have to say about that. Still definitely all in on Argo. We talked about Cargo as being a new release, and that's got a 1.0. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of buzz about that. I posted last week, Helm version 4 is being discussed, and there are going to be a couple of chats at the conference that are in it's in a GitHub README right now, where they're going to make some decisions about how to move forward on Helm v4 and who's going to be at the helm. So of that project, different things like that. I know, I just can't hardly stand myself, but it should be good. And so let me go ahead and pull this up, and we can take a walk down the schedule and see what's going on. We're going to skim through. Tuesday is all secondary events, right?
Correct. You had to buy like a all access pass, which we decided not to do.
Right.
But we did sign up for the OpenShift Commons. So we will be at the Red Hat OpenShift Commons gathering, which we've gone to, gosh, this might be our 5th one.
At least the 3rd. Maybe the 5th. I
don't know.
Maybe
we get a lot of value out of this. We started our enterprise grade Kubernetes experience on OpenShift. So it's near and dear to our hearts, and we like it a lot. And we've gone to these Commons gatherings, and I think they're super valuable. I like that they bring on, they do case studies. They have a whole set of case studies. So we'll be there if anybody is watching that wants to join us.
Okay, so I don't really have much else to say about this other than ArgoCon was cool. That's going on. That would be actually super interesting to attend. We're not attending this, unfortunately. The Backstage one, I can't believe you can have a whole day about Backstage. People are way all in on this. This one's probably super cool. But yeah, the OpenShift stuff is always good. They always, they have all the top tier people there, and they really know what they're talking about. And it's just refreshing to hear that from them. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Never get bored at that. So we'll move into Wednesday. Wednesday is the main kickoff day. Okay. Do we need to go through the keynotes?
I don't think so.
They're going to have a bunch of keynotes.
We're going to sit in the giant room and listen to every keynote.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the coffee break.
Exactly. Perfect. Then we'll go relax. Alrighty.
The one that I like here.
Yeah.
If you scroll down a little bit more.
Hang on. Let me make sure.
Yeah, we can't see the time slot.
Heck's the time. Please hold.
There it is.
Okay, the time slots show here.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Keynotes.
Coffee break.
Keynote closing, coffee break.
Relaxation station. So if you scroll down a little bit more, the one that I thought might be good to check out here, a little bit more, is a little more.
Spice must
that
fall.
One.
Really?
Excellent. State of cloud native business value in 2024. This one sounds really cool. They're actually going to talk about, where we're at, how people are using it in 2024, which actually I would find really valuable. since we spend a lot of our time marketing cloud native tools and technologies, I think we have a view of this ourselves from our clients and the way we use these tools, but this will obviously provide a much larger sample size. So I think that'd be a good one to go to.
100%. That seems great. Is there a better way? Is this view just like awful for browsing these?
I'm not a fan. I like the one that had the time to the left.
All right. I think I just can't be on a specific day. So let me just Wednesday. Here we go. Spice must flow. Would be fun too.
I mean, we can split up here if you want.
I'm just kidding. I just like the Dune reference. Okay. Right. So this is the 11:15 track. Here's the thing. Arm wrestling. We've done some arm wrestling on this stream, if memory serves.
Overcoming CPU migration challenges to reduce costs. Huh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This seems cool too. Any of the GPU stuff, because I love to get my hands on some of these GPU clusters, see what that's all about. That seems fun. All right.
Ooh, pet a pup. We can go pet dogs.
Seems good. I mean, that seems fantastic. All right. Moving on. What do we got? AI and ML. Operations of AI and ML. Interesting. What are these? Okay. Any yellow is AI and machine learning.
Okay.
High performance GPU clusters with Databricks. Databricks, God, so many people talk about Databricks. I've never done a Databrick.
Same.
So it feels like that's something I'd love to pick up a nugget of. Not that I want to attend this, but that's something I'm on the lookout for.
Building reliable cross-cloud Kubernetes clusters on spot instances with Drafter. That sounds intense, and I'm interested.
Where are we at?
The blue one. Sorry, I'm kind of skimming a little bit because I think this will.
Yeah.
There's too many to read every single one.
Yep. Spot instances can cut costs. Really interesting. Spot instances. So these are just like super quick, ephemeral whole clusters? Or is this building a cluster and then your nodes are these spot instances and they come up and go down?
I don't know. I know that
makes sense.
I know Google for sure, because we're in there a lot, rolled out where you can run Kubernetes, or you can run your containers in these like spot instances of Kubernetes. I haven't used it yet, so I don't really know exactly how it works, but when I read the article, it kind of sounded like they just have like a big Kubernetes cluster running out there, and then you can just kind of like schedule your container to run in it as needed. So you don't have to actually pay for or manage a control plane or a node even. You can just say like, hey, run my container. Which is, I don't know if it's that. It doesn't sound like that. I don't know.
Drafter. Didn't Helm have a tool that was like Draft? Wasn't that for a minute?
It was
different. This is different, but okay. What is maintainer track policy stuff? Okay.
Ooh, hey man. Here's a cool one that actually would be super interesting for us. It's the third to last one. The hard truth about GitOps and database rollbacks.
Third to last one.
Keep going.
Oh, down.
There it is.
Here we go. Database schema migrations. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we use GitOps a lot, right? We're Argo evangelists. We love Argo. We love GitOps, and this is definitely a thing that I would be interested in. Something we deal with.
Yeah. That is high on my list. Let me see what else we got here.
I find multi-cloud stuff super interesting, but in, I don't know, real world scenarios, I don't find that our clients necessarily, we don't have any clients that have that large of a need, like multi-cloud stuff. So I don't know how valuable it would be. I find it interesting, but
right, because it's not like, oh, the best configuration if you were to start from greenfield is have a cluster in every cloud. I'm pretty sure that's not how ideally you want to roll. But it is how some people end up, and then you can deal with it. And that's my take on that. This seems pretty good. We'll mark this one.
I think that one sounds good.
That seems pretty decent. Let's capture the flag. Seems, I don't know what this is about. It's a competition.
I don't know. It looks like it's a talk.
Then we have a very late lunch. Note it.
Oh my God. That is a very late lunch.
Okay.
That's going to feel like dinner to us.
Yeah. Okay. We get a nice break. Pavilion tour. Okay. Here we go. Lots of AI stuff. Optimizing LLM performance with OpenTelemetry. That's interesting. AI training in Kubernetes.
I'm not against, I mean, like, obviously I like AI. I use AI. Running it in Kubernetes isn't a huge interest of mine at this time. I don't know if that would be beneficial for us to view. I don't know if that's like a service that we would like to offer in the future. So maybe it'd be worth going to. I think I like the observability Odyssey a little bit more. But
choose your own adventure. Observability Odyssey.
oh my gosh. The Harbor project. I have not thought about Harbor in a while. I actually didn't know it was still going strong. That's cool.
And that was our ARM adventure that we got hung up on.
Yeah, good for them.
Harbor 2.11. Yep. Kubernetes Steering Committee. AI Store. Cilium eBPF WireGuard. Yeah, this is some security stuff. You've Cilium and eBPF, yeah, are like some high performance, super secure networking stuff. And I know friend of the show, Sweeney, is Cilium certified right now. He went deep into this. He's doing something. It's kind of an interesting thing. And there are some questions coming up on the CKS that are relevant to Cilium, but they're just like network policy stuff with Cilium. Kind of interesting. Kubernetes WG device management, GPU stuff, SIG multi-cluster. Let's see, unifying observability.
I like that. You know, we have a couple big projects that are going to go live soon. And I really want to be on top of the observability aspects, see if there's anything new in that area.
Oh, and there's some CI/CD stuff. Cloud Native Operational Excellence Group. Interesting. And I accidentally clicked a button. That won't happen again, sir.
I don't know. I'm going to mark down the unifying observability.
Okay. None of these, like, super jumping out at me yet.
Same.
What's this? What is capture the flag?
I don't know.
Is this the special game? You know how there's always a conference game?
Yeah. This session aims to introduce how to participate with the Capture the Flag competition to those who are new to them. We will share our tips and tricks for completing these challenges and work through a practice scenario together. Want to know about Capture the Flag? Learn more.
Huh.
Control Plane Capture the Flag event. To teach you the best security practices, there are a number of ways of learning. Okay, so you're basically hunting down different security flaws. Interesting.
I might do pod availability stuff. Does my K8's application need CPR? Performance evaluation. Cube Stellar is an open source Kubernetes multi-cluster workload configure. That's a mouthful. Okay. I'm moving on. Yeah. I'm just gonna mark. I'll mark a second one, and then we'll just kind of have something, a couple options. Honestly, I don't know which one to pick. Probably whatever one's easier to get to. Next, Tale of Two Drivers, GPU configs, optimizing load balancing and auto scaling for LLM stuff, but I mean, it's just using Kubernetes, I'm sure.
Ooh, hey. Okay, we're going to mastering the application set, advanced Argo CD automation, given by Acuity. Let's go.
It's probably worth listening to those guys. They're very good.
And nothing else is jumping out at me necessarily.
Gateway API is kind of the future.
It is, except that one is like extending it.
Mm-hmm.
With over 25 implementations to date, it's crucial these implementations have ways to support implementation-specific features without resorting to annotations. Among the various ways to extend the Gateway API, the policy attachment mechanism stands out. Interesting.
What else they got? Scale job triggering, distributed scheduler. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, I see one that you're probably going to jump on at 4:30. It's your favorite topic.
What, DNS?
Yes. It's a DNS deep dive in Kubernetes.
I love it. I love it when DNS just works and I don't have to touch it. Let's see. This is interesting. Here's an example. This might be a kind of a white paper-ish. Experience in designing and implementing a cloud-native framework for farm data analytics. 17-month experience managing a digital agriculture platform. that has aggregated and processed tens of gigabytes. It's not that much. What the tens of gigabytes? Come on, what are you talking about? Tens of gigabytes of data on 1,500 cows.
It's a lot of cows.
Commercial dairy farm. Okay. This seems like multi-cluster management, fault tolerance. Yeah, the multi-cluster piece, again, it's like, okay. I wouldn't mind hearing about how people are building large-scale apps right now using cloud-native technique, let's say. This may be, I'm gonna click it and I'm gonna keep looking, but that might be in the zone of things I want to know about. Things I hear how other people are doing apps. CNI, distributed tracing, IDP stuff.
The new building blocks of Backstage. I mean, we've been looking at Compass because we have Atlassian, but I'm open to Backstage. Interesting to see how people are using it.
That's interesting. Perform laser-focused deployments by deciding in advance the blast radius.
Octopus.
Argo rollouts. That's kind of interesting. The age-old topic of doing canary deployments in blue-green.
I am interested in enhancing our deployment processes. Mm-hmm. So anything Argo related, I'm very interested in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Anything else in this block? Seems pretty good.
Nope, I think I'm good.
End user pavilion tour, fantastic. 525, and they're still going. Building resilience, production AI at scale. That's interesting. Container image workflow at scale with build packs. We've talked about build packs before, right?
Yes, we have. We've never used them outside of like just experimentation.
Gotcha.
This is
it's like building.
Yeah. Build packs.
Like build a whole platform. This is a little deeper.
A Heroku thing.
It is a person from. They are both from Heroku.
I mean, we've got some clients in Heroku. That might be nice to get them in a format that's deployable in Kubernetes, but we could also deploy to Heroku.
I think this might be talking about how Heroku's infrastructure uses this kind of tech in the back end on the customer's behalf. Like they kind of built a platform on the platform.
Yeah.
So that might be a little deep. Interesting, probably. Okay. Misadventures in large-scale cluster performance. Oh my goodness. I think we have some friends that might appreciate this talk. 73,000 pods a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. Let's see. Oh, here you go. Creating paved paths for platform engineers. Victor Farsick. And the Acuity guy. This might be interesting. So it's got Victor.
I like that one. I'm going to do that.
Okay. Taming your application's environments.
Yeah, I read that one. That looks interesting.
Yep, I'm clicking that. This is about coupling, configuration. I mean, yep, I'm going to click that one. Oh, Crossplane and Dagger. Where did Dagger was like a Java thing a long time ago. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy just works there. All right. And then 6 p.m.
Cube Crawl. We're going to the Cube Crawl plus Cloud Native Fest.
Excellent.
This is, right. I think this is the main party.
Yep.
It's got pickleball, creative zone, winter game zone. Yeah, so we're doing that, and then we're going to something afterwards. What are all these?
I have no idea. Posters. Yeah, I don't know. This is fine. This is
actually Heroku plus AWS evening. Hold on, let me look at what we signed up for.
These are all happening in the showcase, basically. Different talks and things that are going on at the in the hall.
Gotcha. We are not going to that one. We are going to we're going to the cool one that I found that's hosted by Red Hat. Okay. Roger.
All right. Thursday. More keynotes?
Yeah.
Hopefully good. I mean, the last keynotes we went to, the last conference was Red Hat Conf. And those got a little boring after a while. Hopefully these are...
Well, that's because that was just a big, Red Hat specific thing. And, although we like Red Hat and we do use Red Hat, we're not in it day to day. So some of it got a little, I don't know. Yeah.
No. Right. We don't have, our entire infrastructure hosted on Red Hat. Like our business depends on it.
Right.
It's more of a, these are great technologies. OpenShift is great. Advocacy level. All right.
Let's see.
Shifting gears.
Looks like kind of a case study one.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, that one looks really interesting. Look, they got to address this. We adopted a suite of tools, including Argo CD, Backstage, Harbor, External Secrets Operator, External Secrets Operator, cool, and Open Cost. That one seems kind of nice. I'm gonna mark that one for now.
Yep. Here is Edit from Solo.io, a mainstay KubeCon resident, famous for the Glue application.
Oh yeah, I've seen her speak a few times actually.
She's great. She's absolutely a staple. Go see her, even though we're going to see this other one probably. Kubernetes workspaces, enhancing multi-tenancy. API server, proxying. That's interesting. Okay, Artifact Hub. Finding cloud-native artifacts from Helm charts to security policies can be difficult with general search engines. Analyzing what you find can be a manual process, and you're going to miss out on some useful stuff. Artifact Hub was created to ease the pain. How Artifact Hub came into existence. Interesting. Running your own instance of Artifact Hub. Huh. Noted. Okay. Kubectl and customize. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. Capture the flag experience. Do I have to pay attention? I feel like I need to know what the capture the flag's about. They're doing this a lot.
I thought didn't I tell you?
Yeah. You said it, but I was reading something else. I mean, it is the game, right? It's like the little.
Yeah, it sounds like you log into a cluster and you have to look at the control plane and figure out. You have to find problems. It's a security.
Yeah.
Event.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm in the 1155 section.
Yep.
Couple that jumped out to me. First was the how to move from ingress to gateway API with minimal hassle.
I'm totally here. Yeah, absolutely.
That's a good one.
CD.
Because that's, I mean, just for our audience, I feel like that's a lot of where we live is, people set up Kubernetes and then either people leave or, I don't know, they need help. And so we usually inherit a cluster that's probably older, and then we have to work on bringing it up to snuff. So things like this are great for us. Ingress to gateway is something we do.
Definitely. I know, because this is here. I mean, gateway's it's sitting there. But a lot of our patterns that are kind of tried and true good patterns are just ingress API. Right. Because ingress works. Ingress works great.
Another one that I like in this section, it's jumping down quite a bit.
Okay.
But it's the from chaos to calm, building a unified scalable CI/CD pipeline.
Akami.
It's another Argo CD Jenkins backstage talk, but I feel like we've never had the opportunity to set up backstage. So I'm really interested in that direction for us.
Okay. Pet a pup.
Up lunch at 12:30.
Now, where's the thing where I can go pick up my new jacket?
Can you do that here?
I don't know. It would be great, though. I doubt it.
What Istio got wrong? Wow.
Christian Posta. Interesting. He is at Solo IO as well. Fascinating. Okay.
How the tables have turned. Kubernetes says goodbye to IP tables. Interesting.
Good. Distributed cache. Okay.
Running WebAssembly.
Wasm. This is still over my head. This is the kind of the compiled web app thing, right? WebAssembly.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then it kind of runs as an app in the browser, not as, right. It's like the binary is like kind of there. It's precompiled, a lot more efficient and blah, blah, blah. Running those workloads side by side with container workloads. Interesting. Super interested in this.
Oh my God. Check out Mastering Cell-Based Architecture.
Yeah, I saw that Sanka, I remember this person from WSO2. Yep.
Look at WSO2 being there.
It's
that
still
takes
there.
me back.
That is still a thing. Multi-cluster management. One inventory. Cluster inventory. Cluster profile API. What? Huh. Multi-cluster controllers. Interesting. Okay. Did we pick one for this?
We did not.
I mean, Wasm, maybe. Istio got wrong. I mean, I love listening to Christian. He's great. So he's got something interesting to say. Okay. Tutorial with Gateway API. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, there's a few of those. I've been scrolling ahead here quite a bit. And, there's a at 4:30 p.m. There's another Gateway API. What's new? What's next?
Okay.
With actually a bunch of people. Isovalent, Cisco, Kong, Red Hat are all speakers at that one.
Okay.
I haven't seen a cargo talk yet. I kind of was hoping that there would be one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna control find that real quick. Nothing.
Maybe it's too new. Maybe they're only talking about it at Argo Conf. Okay. Understanding Kubernetes networking, microsegment your network, Kubeflow, Spark operator, Wasm, Gateway API. Yeah, that's the one you mentioned. Oh no, please take me right back to where I was. It's not. Okay. CI/CD, Argo CD, Tecton, Jenkins. Yeah, so here's some more CI/CD stuff, which you love to see. Petapup, done. Gateway API, Argo rollouts for progressive delivery. That's cool. Put that. I'll click it just for fun. Okay. I'm on to the 525.
All right. Let's see.
Here's a case studies, lessons learned from interviewing end users for cloud native case studies. That might be kind of more what you're talking about. Like how are people using cloud native tools right now? Or what do they think about them? It could be interesting, I guess.
Is that 525?
Yeah. Oh, and this is right next to why serverless is trending with Matt Butcher of Helm.
I see it. Okay.
Matt Butcher. Yeah.
I see it. Well, if you go down a little bit further, is the path to Helm 4.
There it is. Wait a minute. Why is Butcher not on this? It's a different Matt.
Don't know.
Okay. Right. So Helm is embarking on Helm 4, which will help shape the future of the project. Yep. They're going to talk about all of that and kind of get the community on board.
I feel like we need to go to that. I mean, we're still big Helm users.
Totally.
Even though I feel like the community is kind of bifurcated quite a bit.
Have they? Because I mean, you still use, all of our Argo stuff is still Helm. Ours is.
Agreed. But I feel like Argo's made it so you don't have to use Helm charts anymore.
Mhm.
And then there's there's other packaging mechanisms out there now too. So.
Yeah. Oh, the Inside Argo documentary. I've seen that was a thing.
Where do you see that?
They made a documentary. It'll be on YouTube at some point, but they're gonna world premiere it 6/15.
I mean, that sounds kind of cool. I'll be pretty hungry by then, but
all right. Okay, and then Friday, keynotes. This is about the time where your brain is smoothed right out. And man, do I want to hear more about open source CNC or CNCF projects by this time.
Yeah, but we leave Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we leave at 4 p.m. Which is not 4 p.m. though, because my calendar is in Eastern time.
Perfect.
All
right. So there you go. That's a interesting overview. I think lots of AI. It seems like a good mix. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Whether or not if you're attending in person or whether you just have the virtual pass. I think there's some good stuff here. They do always release these after the event.
True.
But the key to that is you're really not going to prioritize time after the event to sit and watch these things. That's why the conference experience, I think, is still alive and well, at least for me, from time to time, because that's when, we kind of make the decision to dedicate, hey, I'm going to go learn about some new stuff and really, expand my thinking and then bring those tools back and see how they fit into my existing work centers, or if I need to make some new ones.
So I think, just so you know, I think we can attend the keynotes on Friday, but I think we have to go to the airport after that.
No problem. Very good.
Yes. Cool.
All right. Any more thoughts? That was a ton.
That was a ton. And imagine when we actually...
I do feel ready. I'm ready now.
We'll have to figure out what to do Thursday night.
I'm sure I'll come up with something. Guaranteed. Any closing thoughts? What did you think of the mix?
I think it's gonna be good. Looking at the different content, I think I'm mostly interested in the state of the ecosystem and the community and the projects, especially the ones that I think we focus on a lot, which I think our clients are a lot of times interested in, like the CI/CD and almost just like foundational Kubernetes elements rather than the deep dive stuff. So that's kind of where I'm drawn. And then obviously I'm very interested in the backstage CI/CD talks. I think that will be the most useful for us at this time.
I think those have lots of value. Lots of fun things still going on in cloud native land. What's interesting is it's not like what's different between this and some of the other things I'm really interested right now are how people are writing apps from scratch. Like we have a couple apps that we're coming up with new patterns for. I didn't see a lot of people like talking about how they're writing apps and deploying apps. It's interesting. It's like KubeCon is really more on the tooling and platform. It's less of a developer conference from what I'm taking away here. We'll see what the feeling is on the street. But I do love the application development side. too. And so I'll be interested to see if we can find that flavor at the conference, maybe in the booths. Maybe that'll
Agreed.
be some nice conversations we can have with people, or just writing apps, making useful things for people to use, customers. Well, great.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I think this was good. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we're prepared.
Yep.
And we'll have a good time.
I'm excited. Never been to Salt Lake.
Me either. Except it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be snowing.
It's like we're gonna be in the mountains. I want to see mountains.
Gandalf.
Sounds great. Well, thanks for the idea to prep on stream. Hopefully this was useful. I saw a couple people in the comments. Happy to have you. Hope it was useful to you. And man, maybe we'll catch everybody on the flip side after KubeCon. I hope everybody has a great KubeCon if you're attending. And or maybe you'll see us walking around the conference and on the stream and say hi or whatever. Or you can drop us a line in the comments. Always nice to hear from the people. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful KubeCon. Safe travels.
Bye.